Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Today we would like to talk to you about the way that we communicate and how technology has made us both communicate better and, in turn, made us happier. Just like this little guy here. Look how happy he is.
Everything that we're going to share with you is based on an article published in the Journal of Management Information Systems entitled
The CMC Interactivity Model. How interactivity enhances communication quality and process satisfaction in lean media groups. Which is right here. Now, that's quite a mouthful there, but we're going to do our best to simplify this mouthful and help you understand how exactly technology has made it easier for us to communicate and why that is better for us today.
Now, that might seem like an obvious point to make. For example, email is better because it can help us communicate at distances. This article, however, helps us understand why that may be obvious and even help us predict how much better a certain technology will help us communicate.
Now, the main idea of this article is the presentation of the CMC interactivity model, as shown here. And not only that, this article also provides a study that proves the very validity of this model.
Now, CMC stands for Computer-Mediated Communication. This is an umbrella term for means of communication that are assisted through some sort of computer, like an email, text message, or online message board, etc.
Now, the CMC interactivity model explains exactly how interactivity, communication quality, and status effects will impact process satisfaction in groups of people in different contexts.
The key construct here is interactivity of the CMC, more precisely, interpersonal interactivity.
Okay, so what does interpersonal interactivity mean, right? I mean, this is a little confusing here. So let's just break it down. There are three main components to interpersonal interactivity: active control, reciprocation, and synchronization. Let's look at an example. Think of this like an email system. You have active control of the message that you're sending, and there's a way for the communication not just to be received, but also reciprocated.
More interactivity in the CMC makes room for better quality of that communication because of the control that CMC provides to the communicator and the ability to extend communication with only a virtual self. Communication is more open, efficient, and effective, all of which are the keys to higher quality communication.
Now we can see by these red arrows here that as interactivity increases, so does communication quality. And funny thing about this model, as the quality of communication increases, our satisfaction, particularly satisfaction in the process of communication, will also increase. That is because of expectation.
You see, when you have expectations that are not met, we are left unsatisfied. But when the expectations are met or even exceeded, then we have a tendency to be more satisfied in the process.
Oh. So the article goes on to prove this model with a study conducted using a lean CMC among a large group of students.
This is the design of the study. A professor would give a lecture to two different groups of students. One served as a control, while the other served as a treatment.
Students in the control group had no form of CMC. These students were given a question by the professor. Multiple choice answers would then be displayed to the students, and the professor would point to an answer, and the students who thought that answer to be correct would indicate so by raising their hands. Students in the treatment group, on the other hand, were instead given a small remote, which served as our interactable CMC. The professor would ask the same question to these students, and instead of pointing to the answers and looking for raised hands, students would be able to immediately input their answers on the remote to the corresponding multiple choice answer.
Students were then given a survey so that they could record their perceptions on interactivity, communication quality, and their overall satisfaction of the process.
Aligning with the model proposed in this paper, the results of the study revealed that groups using the remote had higher perceived interactivity than face-to-face groups. With that, The perceived interactivity improved perceived communication quality with greater process satisfaction than the hands raised groups.
Andy, what does this mean?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Bella. So, the implications of this model and the study's results may aid large teams involved in projects such as software development, systems implementation, product development, strategy development, and other important decision making groups in which there would be communication difficulty. With the use of an interactive CMC, people are more satisfied with the overall process.
Thank you.
And have a great day. Bow wow!